Hello, and welcome to the Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Each week, they bring you conversations with local Christian businesses and business owners. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. The Experience Local is brought to you each week by wonderful sponsors.
Kaiser Computer IT, professional IT services for small businesses in the Willamette Valley. Call 503-540-5909 for an appointment or online at kaisercomputer.com. James Reed Agency, protection with trusted insurance solutions, specializing in nonprofits, ministries, small business, and personal lines of coverage across the Pacific Northwest. Call 503-588-8229 and online, jamesreedagency.com. Independent Merchant Brokers provides innovative solutions for your payment processing needs. Call 877-460-4747 and online at independentmerchantbrokers.com. Discover Oregon Real Estate. Dedicated and experienced real estate agents helping their clients find their dream home. Call 541-250-1065. Learn more on the web at discoveroregon.realestate. Macquarie Digital tells their clients product stories. Contact them for product renderings, animations, and illustrations. Learn more online at macquariedigital.com.
And now, your hosts for the Experience Local, Russ and Scott.
Ta-da! Here we are. Welcome, everybody, to the Experience Local Live with Russ and Scott. So blessed to be here. How you doing, Scott?
You know, always great to hang out with you. Here it is Monday after big holiday times going into last week. A lot of people took either the week before or the week after off, and some people are back to it here, and it's just good to hang out with you here and just get some things done.
Yeah. Well, I'm so thankful, and I want to tell everybody, don't forget, we're here every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11 a.m. Texas Standard Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. We go live at 9 a.m. on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, but then it also sits on those platforms on replay, LinkedIn, YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days. And then it converts to audio podcast on all your favorite platforms. And then it's on radio, KYKN in Salem and KWIL in Albany. So thankful to them, and just a blessing to be able to reach out to so many people. Right, Scott?
Yeah, we're just grateful for our partners. Thank you to our sponsors that make this all possible: Macquarie Digital, James Reed Associates, Independent Merchant Brokers, Kaiser Computer, and Discover Oregon Real Estate. Just these are the folks that believe in us and believe in our believers in business.
That's right. And that's what's such a blessing, is to be able to reach out to so many believers in business, and just thankful for that. Thankful for the opportunity to just share not only local business, but also people of faith that are active in local business. And so thankful for that. So thankful for Jasper Burton, who's going to be on with us today. What an amazing guy. And he is somebody that I personally met at a Chamber Greeters meeting, and just an amazing guy, what he's doing in fitness. And I'll let him tell more about that, but excited for that. Scott, any last words of what you got going on this week before we get over to Jasper?
This is going to be a busy week here in Waco, Texas. We have got the Waco Independent Film Festival, 16th through the 19th, and this is the 10th anniversary. And there are thousands of film festivals across around the world, across the country, around the world. And the Waco Independent Film Festival was voted one of the top 25 coolest film festivals in the world. This was an international award. And so I actually have a pin that they gave us last year as sponsors that says, "I make Waco the coolest." And so I'll
That's
be
awesome.
proudly wearing that pin as we go to a lot of the events. In fact, we've got the actor that plays Mary Magdalene. She's going to be part of this at a panel discussion. So I'm looking forward to meeting her. And The Chosen is just been a great impact on people and a good interpretation, I will say.
Definitely. We love that. We are all current and have watched that every season and just love that. So, well, Scott, I think we should get Jasper in, say hi to him, and figure out what's going on in Jasper's world.
Yeah. I'm excited because we talk about morning routines, evening routines, these things that ground us, right? That bookend our day. And fitness is a big part of that. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Jasper has to say and some tips.
Absolutely. So here we go. Oh, I've got the big opening today. I forgot about that. I got to do this again. Here we go. There we are. Hey, Jasper. Yeah, really. Stop it. How are
into existence.
How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing, gentlemen?
Doing good.
Life is good.
Life is good. Thankful to God. Thankful for life. And Jasper, we're just excited to hear about you. So let's start with the basics. Who in the world is Jasper? What are you up to?
Oh my God. So me as a father, as a working businessman in a local community, oh man, I am a very interesting person. So I've spent my entire life working in a small town, living in a small town, Lebanon, Oregon. And it's been a fascinating way to grow up and see a community go from what was the tiniest small town and turn into the biggest, hearted city that you've seen in a while, right? It has expanded, it has grown, it has fluctuated. So many different people of so many different cultures come in, and it's like, wow, okay, we are doing so many unique things that we draw all these people into the area. But me as a person growing up in this town, like I feel like I've lived a lifetime of intrigue, which I don't think anybody else in any other small town usually gets that. Because I travel, I do stuff. But as a working man too, I've really been in the fitness world probably about 4 years or so. And for me, that's also been a whole different life change for my children, for myself, and for the people around me. Because I've always been a salesperson here, but I never was a health person until then. And as soon as I became a health person, I had a whole different mindset when it came to how I wanted to affect the people around me. So yeah, for me, fitness has just become an integrated part of my life that I love to utilize and benefit everyone around me. But yeah, like in a nutshell, when it comes to that, me as a current person, yeah, like, and having 2 beautiful kids whom are growing and fun and sassy as they can be. You really just get a different outlook on life that I think some people find.
Children do that to you. When my daughter was my oldest daughter, she's 13 years old, and back when she was 13, she had long hair as covering her neck, and I was pushing it around on the back of her neck, and she was like, "Dad, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm looking for the free will switch, because I'm sure God put one here, so I'll just turn it off just for a couple of years." But God has a sense of humor, and he did not put a free will switch on our teenagers. But on your shirt, and just to let everyone know, it says 1440, and we've got 14 fitness1440.com/Lebanon is a website. But I often talk about the 1440 Club, because every day has 1,440 minutes, and there are no rollover minutes. We used all those minutes yesterday. We will use them all today, and we'll use them all tomorrow. maybe not to their highest and best purpose. But we often talk about having a morning routine, having an evening routine, having those things that ground you, that set your day in motion. So Jasper, tell us about 1440.
So 1440, it's a very interesting happening. So, you have your anytime fitnesses, you have your all these other fitness places, right? All these other brands, all these other things. When it comes to 1440, as not only just a brand, but as a way of life, that's where it becomes a very fascinating thing. So there's 1,440 minutes in a day, for those who are listening and do not know. And every minute counts, because every minute you spend throughout your day, you do not get back. So why waste any time? Every minute counts. So anything you consider to be a waste of time may not be. So your health, your fitness, your way of life is key and important. And so going into what you were saying, and how, building a morning routine, building an evening routine, really the first part of doing that is, can you guys guess what the first part of that would be?
So Jasper,
I'll say probably some sort of a fitness thing.
Not a bad guess.
Go ahead. Tell us.
So the first part of that is just doing. So not even worrying about the structure of the plan. First, you have to dip your toes in, right? Just like going into cold water on a river stream. It's going to be cold, no doubt, but your brain's wondering, it's like, hey, I don't know if I want to do this. This might be a little bit much for me. But you really won't know until you put your foot in the water, right? So that's the same thing with your health and your care and the 1440 minutes in the day. You have to put your foot through the door in order to begin that. And from there is where you build your plan. Plans usually can start from anything, as you can come in, you can do fitness in your life, 30 minutes. You can start your day with 30 minutes of exercise. Just do some cardio. Maybe you feel like you want to work in some bands. Maybe you want to do some weightlifting. Maybe you want to take a class. Maybe you're really trying to, invest in figuring out what that means for you. After you've done that, that's going to be your brick and mortar, your baseline. Once you've built upon that, that's when you can start structuring, okay, here's my time that I have allotted for the day now. Here's what my schedule looks like. And here's how I can now work around that. But until you do your initial walkthrough, until you breach that gateway, there's no plan to be had.
I think that action and early morning exercise is a big part of that, is really what it's all about. Taking that step forward, doing something like Scott always talks about, the rituals, routines, the things that we set up. And as we talked about before the show, I'm a huge fan of early morning routines and exercise. And I definitely think you're right. You need to take that first step, stick your toe in the water, get things moving, make things happen by taking some action. And I think a lot of times we think and we plan and we think about all the things that would be good for us, but we don't actually ever start them, don't ever take action. What would you say is your encouragement for somebody who really needs to take that step, but having a tough time? How do you encourage them to jump into the water?
The first part is just going and checking something out. Say, for example, you want to eat a different kind of food for dinner. You're trying to figure out, you're like, okay, I've never had chicken tikka. Well, you're not going to know if you're going to like something until you go take a look at it, right? So you go, you find where it's at, you take a look at it, you see what it's like, maybe get a sense of it, get a smell of it, get the feel for it. And then you can base your interest off that. It's the same thing with building that morning routine, or once again, breaching that gap is going and checking it out. every gym, and I'm not just including us, because fair shake, fair use. There are so many gyms out there in the world. There's so many places that do fitness in general. We all have structured free tours. That's what they're there for. We will take you through the gym to see if there's something there that you like, and to gauge your interest to see if this is going to be something you really want. And then free trials. We have a free trial at our gym. It's 7 days. You have a free week to use our gym. No money down, no requirements. We're not going to hold you in anything. We're not going to, pin you down to the counter, put your arm behind your back and say, hey, you need to sign up. We just want you to utilize these free mechanical things. So that's one way that we've built into us, and other gyms have built into their system, for people to get more comfortable with the idea and to give themselves that permissibility to work towards being comfortable in that environment.
A lot of it is, to me, it's well, I go back to Tom Peters, who wrote In Search of Excellence and Thriving on Chaos, been a great business consultant for years. But in his writing, he said that which gets measured gets done, right? Oh, yeah. And one of the things is that I think we measure the wrong thing. And a lot of people that are thinking, well, I want to get into some fitness, first thing they do is they get a scale and they step on the scale. Oh, yeah. And they make that's the thing that's going to be measured. But what I'm hearing is that what you should really measure is that 30 minutes. You should really find a way to, how am I going to measure that I'm actually doing something, and set the mindset that says, I'm a person who, not tries to exercise, that tries to get to the gym. You just say, I'm a person who exercises 30 minutes a day.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and that's a true fact. I find when it comes to people and using the scale, here's the thing. For me, in my fitness world, personally, I'm not a personal trainer, but if I was to take interest in doing that, the first thing I would tell my clients is, please, for whatever reason or however you can, try not to look at a scale for over a week. Because really, the only results that you can see is over time. And it takes a little time. It's never instant. It's okay. And it's okay for anyone out there to, please, if you'd like, use a scale, watch your results, watch your body. But we all have to remember, we drink a lot of water during the day. Water can attest for the weight that you have in your body that fluctuates and changes. Literally, you could be anywhere between 1 to 10 pounds different with just water weight. So that is a affecting factor when it comes to your journey, whether it be like a weight loss goal or a muscle gain goal. So I try to keep those things in mind and encourage people like, hey, use a scale if you want, but try not to let that be the idea. Number one thing, when you're doing fitness, you want to make sure that your mind muscle connection is what you're paying attention to. When I go in for that bicep curl, am I feeling it in my bicep? When I pull my back muscles, when I'm lifting, do I feel it in my back muscles? That's what I feel people should pay more attention to into the fitness world, because that is more satisfying to me than a number on a scale.
Well, listen, Jasper, you talked about your wonderful family that God has blessed you with. And, I am so blessed with a beautiful wife and family that influenced my life so much. I want to talk to you a little bit about that. How have they encouraged you, influenced your life to do what you're doing today? And are they involved with your business at all?
So my kids actually, there was a time as a single parent where I had to bring them to the gym a little bit here and there, and I've gauged their interest, because this has been about 3.5 years of them being exposed to this kind of world and having their father being a fitness guy now. So they had to adapt to that change, just like I had to adapt to that change. And they have shown massive interest since I started up until now. And they keep, even if it wanes here and there, they're just like, oh, Dad, hey, can we work out together? Can we do that? because it's a connection. It's sort of like going to the movies. I find it's really fun because my kids will come to me and they'll be like, "Hey, can we go work out?" And my son, he's the oldest of the two. He just turned into a teenager, and he can come and access the gym and work out. And in fact, we plot and we scheme and we're setting him up to actually be able to come and spend that time with me. And so as a father, I take pride in that. There's something about that that just makes me feel so proud that I've given my children a perspective of a healthier way of life being as important as having fun. And that's something I love.
Yeah. And yeah, a chance to have something to do together that is productive, right? That's making a difference and will make a difference in the rest of their lives as they're progressing and move out of the house and all that at some point. And we just made a comment. Janet McConnell was a guest on the show here, and she is a trainer, and I think she just turned 70, and she will be doing a competitive bodybuilding, and she has been doing that for a number of years. But diet is a big aspect of that. So at fitness1440.com/Lebanon, just reminding everybody. Let's talk about diet.
Ooh, diet. So once again, I'll have to preface, I'm not a dietitian. I'm also not a nutritional coach. We actually have 2 nutritional coaches at our gym. Most trainers will structure like talking about your diet into your plan. Nutritional coaches, they'll go an extra minute, on each step. They'll talk more about those mechanical features of your life, like making sure you're integrating them and how you can meal prep yourself. And then the next step is obviously the dietitian can go even more in depth, like they can actually build you structured plans. So really I guess the idea of working on nutrition is working in a gym and meaning working out, and working on your diet should always go hand in hand. You should never expect one to function without the other. You should always expect that you will see the best version of you and the healthiest version of you when you're working with both in unison. So you really always want to make sure that working in the kitchen is just as hard as working out at the gym. That means nutrients, you have to have your micros, your macros, you have to have all these different things that you're paying attention to when you can. You don't have to go so in depth. Some people use apps to track. I went through a phase where I was using apps to track all the food I was eating to make sure I was getting all the protein I needed. After a while, though, I took a break off that because it was too much micromanaging my own food intake. But I find there's a happy median of just trying to pay attention to the things you eat instead of picking up a candy bar, picking up a piece of fruit. Things like that will make a big change in your life. And indulging in sweets is not a terrible thing. So you don't want to punish yourself when you're trying to get yourself fit, happy, and healthy. But you don't want to overindulge, right? That's the old saying, right? Everything in moderation. And that's just a true fact of it. Because as soon as that sweetness hits our body, we're like, give me more. Come on. It's like, give me that. But yeah, I find it's really fun, and it is a lot easier than people expect. Just get some more protein in. Try not to overindulge. Try not to overeat, and just try not to consume stuff that you really don't want to have to work off the next day.
I think that it's so important to have those people that specialize in different areas. Just like at the gym, you have people that specialize in certain types of fitness, and having the dietitians that really help you with things like that as well. I've experienced that personally, and because of the cancer journey that I'm on, and the age that I am, there's a lot of things that are different in diet. And I've learned that that's something that people need to look at. What is best diet and exercise for them based on their age. One thing that our friend Janet McConnell talks about, she's closer to Scott's and my age group. And so we think about what we eat and how we do things based on our age, but also your physical condition, because it makes a big difference on what you eat. And through the cancer journey that I've been going through, I became a type 1 diabetic. So that made me even more conscious about the type of foods that I ate. And so it's great to have people that can help you in those areas. And Jasper, with the fitness and all that stuff, and in the great town of Lebanon that you are in, what an amazing town. I love Lebanon. Such a great place to be. But I've got to be the responsible host now, because we are at the time we need to wrap this show up. So I'm going to throw it back at you, Jasper, and say, tell us what your gold nugget of the day is, what you really want people to remember from our conversation, and let us know how to get in touch with you.
So the number one thing that I would like to be the takeaway from today for all the folks who decided to tune in, and maybe even later on or watching down the line, just remember that you are important. And what that looks like is whatever you feel is the most important thing to you. But try to give yourself the time of day to stay healthy, because that's important for you. As much as you would like to just sit down in a chair for 2 hours and watch a show, 30 minutes out of that, you could spend bettering yourself. You could spend taking care of yourself. So feel free to take a break, to take a breath, to take care of yourself, but make sure you try to stay a little healthy with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how do people get in touch with you, Jasper?
Oh, man. People can get in touch with me personally for my own fun little social medias. They can get in touch with me at JazzFit Visuals on Instagram or on Facebook as Jasper Burton. And then if anybody wants to get a hold of me for the gym, Fitness 1440 Lebanon, they can call us at 541-258-1983. They can come on down to our location at 2225 South Main Road, Lebanon, Oregon. And they can also reach out to us on our social media. So that's Fitness 1440 Lebanon. We have some great content on there. We have some fun old stuff, some good news stuff. We're always working on engaging with our clients and the community and trying to partner with the businesses that we help to provide discounts to our members and, get them some more business from the community as well. So yeah, check us out, Fitness 1440 Lebanon.
Awesome. And give me your phone number one more time. We missed that.
Oh, it was 541-258-1983.
Awesome. Listen, what a blessing. So thankful to have you on, Jasper. And you're doing great things. I just love the fitness industry and just really appreciate having you on today. So thank you very much. And we're going to say goodbye here on screen. Hang tight just a second in the green room, okay?
All righty. Thank you, gentlemen.
Nice to chat with you.
Good to chat with you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Well, there we go.
Great advice.
Yeah.
So we need we need to take care of the temple of God, right? That God, as we read right at the beginning of Genesis, on the sixth day, God created man in his own image and likeness. And that makes us all special, just like Jasper said.
Well, exactly. And, we really need to take care of the temple that God gave us, and our bodies, our bodies do have an expiration date. So we need to make sure and take care of them and make them as healthy as we can while we have them. And so I'm all about that. And it does, like Jasper said at the very beginning, good exercise makes you feel good. It makes you feel better.
And not only do it for yourself, do it to honor God, and also do it as a gift to your family. Be as healthy as possible as a gift to your family. So that's oh my goodness, you can't be more right.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. Well, with that, Scott, we're going to wrap things up for another day. So we just want to thank everybody for being here. We're here every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, for your viewing and listening pleasure. And you can also watch us on replay on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Any of the audio podcast platforms we're on. And thank you to 1440 KYKN and
KWIL.
1390 KWIL. There you go. All right. Have a blessed day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to The Experience Local with Russ and Scott. Listen to the program on Spotify or wherever you listen to fine podcasts. Join in every Monday live at 9 a.m. Pacific on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. We look forward to seeing you next time on The Experience Local with Russ and Scott.